Live and on demand from the WNY News Now studios in downtown Jamestown. This is WNY News Now.
And thanks for joining us for WNY News Now. I'm Justin Gould. Our Matt Hummel is on assignment. Happening now, a City of Jamestown man is locked up following a motorcycle chase over the weekend. Plus, more details on the arrest made in a 6-year-old murder of a 1-year-old girl. But first, we get a check of our forecast. Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter standing by for us live.
Hey Jay, and happy Tuesday to all of you. We made it through Monday, and as we take a look at First Defense Doppler, we've had a few of those snow showers, basically been moving from north to south, but that's pretty much it. The remainder of the day is going to be dry with lots of sunshine. Uno days left. I forgot how you say day in Spanish, but uno, it's been a long time since I've been in school, folks. One more day to go until the first day of spring comes up tomorrow at 5:58 in the afternoon, and it's going to be feeling like spring. And look at this. The ice on Lake Erie is melting away. The ice concentration is down to 35%. Look at all this open water on Lake Erie. And of course, once the lake ice reaches 250 square miles or less, they yank the ice boom out and we can all get out there and enjoy Lake Erie. So temperatures today will hover right around average. The average, actually a few degrees below it though, but we'll be around 40 degrees, 41, possibly with lots of sunshine throughout the day. And again, no chance of rain or snow through the day, but rain comes our way tomorrow night, lasting through the end of the week, and we'll time it out with that Brotherhood Property Maintenance 7-day later on in the show. Jay?
All right, Dakota, looking forward to that, so thank you. Our top story, Jamestown Police Chief Harry Snelling says that he's happy to see the case of the 2014 murder of Nayla Hodnett progressing in court nearly 5 years after the case took place. This after 35-year-old Tyler Cash Perez of Jamestown was arrested after a Chautauqua County grand jury indicted him on charges of second-degree murder and first-degree manslaughter on Monday. Snelling says that he couldn't get into the specifics of the case. The chief, however, told us that the gathering and preservation of evidence in longer investigations like this one is key. In addition, Snelling said that he hopes that the Hodnett family can experience a feeling of closure.
There's no statute of limitations on murder. And, anytime we get any new type of evidence related to a case, we always try to follow up. And you never know when a case is going to break. Just because you're not hearing things in the media doesn't mean we're not continuing our investigations. We're not looking into cases. And, the police aren't always the decision makers when cases go forward and when they get prosecuted. Our goal is to investigate cases and, come to the truth, and hopefully we can make an arrest at the conclusion. And, I don't know how this replaces a 16-month-old child, but, hopefully it brings some kind of closure to the family.
Now, on August 6, 2015, Camille Hodnett, she's the aunt of the murdered infant Nayla Hodnett, sat down with reporters to tell her story with the hopes of seeking justice. During that interview, Hodnett explained the relationship between her sister, Nayla's mother, Angel, and the accused, Tyler Cash Perez. Hodnett expressed that there was one occasion of alleged domestic violence.
I know of one time he did beat her up. And I came down there and she had visible bruises, and Nayla was laying on a mattress on the floor, and she was in the room, and she looked up at me and what am I here for now? And she was like, Cammy, what? And I said, look at your face. I took her to the mirror and I said, look at your face. Do you think this is what you deserve? This is all you're worth? And the very next day they were walking down the street holding hands together. I had her call the Jamestown Police Department, and they told me, well, can I take her outside to talk? And I said, no, it's cold. You can talk inside. I'm leaving. And nothing happened from there. And she texted him from my phone, I'm sorry for getting the police involved and family and all that. Forgive me. Please come back. So I say it's not about them any longer. It's about someone being charged, and it's about children remaining safe.
Now, an autopsy determined that Nayla died of blunt force trauma. Perez will be back in court as soon as a judge is assigned to the case. And an attempted traffic stop by Jamestown police on Saturday turned into a traffic chase of a motorcycle in the town of Ellicott, Bust-I, and then back here into the city of Jamestown. Jamestown police tell us that 44-year-old Victor Cameron was driving on Falconer Street when police tried to stop him for an alleged taillight violation. Cameron allegedly fled on his motorcycle. The chase ended up on Euclid Street. When Cameron left his motorcycle on foot, he was quickly detained after that. Cameron is charged with driving while intoxicated, obstruction in the second degree, unlawful fleeing in a motor vehicle in the third degree, and several other traffic infractions resulting from the chase. The Jamestown man was held in jail pending arraignment. The Chautauqua County Sheriff's Department and Lakewood Bust-Eye Police assisted in that case. And a Jamestown duo has been arrested by police after being stopped in a car that was reported stolen on late Monday night. 31-year-old Kristen Dale and 26-year-old Scott Sandberg Jr. were charged with criminal possession of a stolen property in the fourth degree. In addition, Dale was charged with criminal possession of a forged instrument, and Sandberg was charged with possession of a controlled substance after police allegedly found methamphetamine in the car. Both were in county jail pending arraignment. And a Salamanca man has pled guilty to conspiracy to commit bank fraud and money laundering in U.S. District Court in a case in which he cheated customers out of $1.2 million. 35-year-old Sergei Berezkov of Salamanca faces 35 years in prison and a $1 million fine. The defendant opened 2 debit reconstruction businesses here in Western New York and used fictitious names to defraud companies who were seeking to reconstruct their debit. Authorities served a warrant on his home and business and seized almost $400,000 in cash and a check for just shy of $80,000. Sentencing is set to take place on July 24th. Well, hopefully everybody is having a good Tuesday. Want to check in with the comments and say hello to Brenda. Thank you so much for being here with us. Patricia, hello to you. Donna joining us. Robin, Samantha joining us. Hello to you. It looks like Scott, Pam, David. Great to see you, sir. Always so very happy to have you join us here on the broadcast. Cindy, another long-time and top fan. Thank you so much, Cindy. And another Donna joining us here as well. Jessica saying hello. Hello, Jessica. Hopefully you are doing well. And enjoying the warmer weather, if that's what you're going to call it. I don't know. I'm still looking for 60 plus. And then I'll be looking for 70 plus, and we'll see if we get there or not. But hopefully you all are enjoying your Tuesday out there. Saying hello to Joseph as well, and Maria. Hello, hello, hello. We still have so much more news to tell you about. Coming up next, Cattaraugus County. Coming up next, we hear from our Matt Hummel, who will be standing by live in Chautauqua County Court with continuing coverage of the Wagner murder trial. Dakota.
Justin says he's looking for 60s and ultimately 70s, but the high yesterday was 34 degrees, and the record high for this day actually was in the 60s. Again, set back in 2012, it was 66. More news, sports, and weather is on the way. WNY News Now continues in just a minute.
Live and on demand, you're watching WNY News Now.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
When I'm streaming and I'm talking to my community, we have that literally split-second interaction. If somebody says hello, I say hello right back immediately, and it kind of creates that connection. Because like my subscribers and my followers, we pretty much go by Re-Ups Army. All the hate and everything that goes around, that's kind of like our mission statement. Is just be positive and enjoy each other's time. It's more or less just trying to use the internet in a positive way. Like we all, from around the world get to connect on the same level, which is, we all love video games. Mixer.com/Reup. I'm live every single day, 8 p.m.
Invest in your business or cause by letting the marketing gurus at WNY News Now and WNY Media Company grow your business.
Purchase an ad much like the one you are watching now on WNY News Now's daily show, News Now at Noon, WNYNewsNow.com, or our brand new mobile app.
And then get feedback from our marketing experts and fans alike.
And finally, watch your business grow.
As an added bonus, Community Partners messages will run not only on our scheduled programming, but on weather alerts and breaking news as well.
Plus, messages are shared on WNY Sports Now programming. Anything from a live local basketball game to the Phone Zone Sports Desk.
Become part of our family today.
And contact us right now.
Happening now, the murder trial for a Jamestown man has entered its fourth day. Prosecutors argue that David F. Wagner shot and killed William Mishishima at a Livingston Avenue house last July. Now, the trial took a day off for arraignments on Monday. This morning, testimony continued in that case, and we will have much more on WNYNewsNow.com once our Matt Hummel gets out of court. He just texted me a couple of moments ago and said that it looks like the case is still ongoing, and there still is testimony right now in this case, and we will have much more on WNYNewsNow.com as time moves along. Well, in other news, New York State's Attorney General Letitia James announced that Spectrum, formerly Time Warner Cable, has started to issue credits to New York customers as required by Charter Communications' December 2018 settlement agreement. The agreement resulted from an action brought by the Office of the Attorney General, alleging that the company failed to deliver customers the reliable and fast internet service it has promised. Under the terms of the settlement, Charter is required to issue monetary relief to qualified subscribers and offer video streaming services described at no additional cost. In all, qualified subscribers will receive $62.5 million in bill credits. Subscribers do not have to fill out any paperwork to obtain that, but most must be contracted with Spectrum to receive those streaming benefits. Now, the cable and internet provider will also be offering streaming services to approximately 2.2 million current internet subscribers at no extra cost. A full list of those services are available right now at WNYNewsNow.com. Well, when it comes to managing money, women may be making a critical financial mistake that's making them poorer. A new report shows a majority of women worldwide are deferring long-term money decisions to their spouse. In today's Consumer Watch, Mary Maloney takes a closer look at that bad habit that could impact some women's finances.
Who calls the shots when it comes to your family's finances? According to a new report, women aren't making enough money moves. 58% of surveyed women say they leave crucial long-term financial choices up to their male partners. That's according to a recent study from UBS Global Wealth Management. It found only 23% of surveyed women in 9 major industrial countries take charge of long-term financial planning decisions. And millennial women between the ages of 20 to 34 are even more likely to let men lead, with 56% of them passing on that responsibility to their partners. Researchers say it's a bad habit that can set them back financially, especially if their spouse dies or they get divorced. On the flip side, this same study found that a couple's long-term financial outlook improved when they worked together. The study found that women reported higher confidence in their future, made less mistakes, and had less stress about money. So, when it comes to money, it pays to have those tough money conversations with your partner. Experts say stay involved, don't take the back seat, and be willing to compromise. For Consumer Watch, I'm Mary Maloney.
All right, Mary, thank you very much. Certainly doesn't seem that way in my household. It seems like the women have always been the decision maker, right? With buying groceries, and maybe your family wants that new car, but mom usually gets the final say. So I don't know. What do you think? Is it that way in your household, or is the study correct? Let us know in the comments. Saying hello to Jesse. Hopefully you are still doing well. Nancy joining us. It looks like she tagged her friend Larry in. I'll say hello to both of you. Please remember, like and share this video with your friends. We really appreciate it. Looks like the Gesture Promoting Company is chiming in. He says, "Good afternoon, everyone. Hope your today is better than yesterday and not as great as your tomorrow." I kind of like that. Thank you for sharing that. Tiffany joining us as well. Looks like Tim is here. I'm sorry. I don't know why I can't pronounce that. Connie joining us, and Maria as well. Hopefully all of you are enjoying your Tuesday out there, as we have had a pretty busy news week so far this week. So if you did miss any of those headlines, be sure to download the WNY News Now app. It's available right now for iOS and Android devices. Coming up next, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter. He's standing by with a live look at a forecast when WNY News Now returns.
Now open in downtown Jamestown, Pearl City Hops Restaurant and Tavern.
I have some real old-timey dishes on there that I'm just giving new life to. Like there's a shepherd's pie on there that's going to have some bison in it, you know, real thick hearty gravy. Then I'm also doing beer flights. We're pairing it with a set of sliders, a set of tacos, and a set of mini rolls. So everything's going to have its own pair, so you can get a taste of a little bit of everything and all the beers. We don't want to be known as the restaurant in the hotel. We want to be known as Pearl City Hops.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
Turn to Brotherhood Property Maintenance for all your lawn care and landscaping needs, no matter the season. Brotherhood Property Maintenance does it all, from professional plowing during the winter months to expert landscaping all summer long. Count on Brotherhood Property Maintenance for mowing, landscaping, tree work, spring and fall cleanup, plus snow removal. Serving both commercial and residential lots, check out Jamestown's fastest growing landscaping crew on Facebook or call us right now to book an appointment.
First Defense Weather, the Southern Tier's only live and local weather source. Now, here's Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
Money management is hard, especially if you're like me and you see something shiny, you go, I want it. Here's a live look from the Seneca Allegheny Casino, and traffic flowing well over I-86, and look at the snow. It's all gone. It's melting away now, and the temperature's up to 46 out there in Salamanca right now, and the temperatures will continue to warm up, at least looking a little bit further out. First Defense Doppler on the live sweep showing absolutely nothing across the area. All those snow showers we had have since tapered away, and it's going to be a dry day today. You can see the northeast is pretty quiet, and it's going to remain that way throughout the day today. So today, nothing. Tonight, nothing. Now, as we go into tomorrow, late tomorrow into tomorrow night, there's going to be some rain showers coming our way with a system. You can see here that the rain will start to overspread the region tomorrow night, lasting through the day on Thursday. And what's not being picked up here is maybe the chance for some wintry mix on Thursday. But again, I think the most of this will probably be rain, and that will continue throughout the day on Thursday, going into the end of the week as well. So again, today is dry, but tomorrow, especially late in the day, is mainly going to be wet. I mean, we're talking late to the evening hours. News now, Cam, we've got some bright sunshine and a few clouds out in the sky right now. Current temperature, it's up to 34 at the airport as a noon hour with a southwest wind of 8, and that makes the wind chill down to 27. It's below average, but not too bad. Speaking of which, Skywarn Storm Spotter training comes up next Monday, the 25th, at the hospital downtown at 7:30. And if you can't make it, don't worry. The Weather Service in Buffalo is doing their first online training course on May 2nd, and for that, you do need to register. So if you want to register for the online class, go to weather.gov/buff/Skywarn, and you can register for that. Of course, I threw the links out on social media, and of course, I'll put this on the web once again today so you can get easier access to it. So as we go throughout the night tonight, look at the stars. Just stargaze. It's going to be a great night for it. Temperature's a little chilly now, down into the mid to lower 20s, but again, with a clear sky and a south wind that will keep us from dipping off too much. A southerly wind does help us from dipping off. We'll start the day tomorrow around 27, starting the day mainly dry, a bit chilly though in the morning. Southerly wind continues, and then as we go through the afternoon, we should warm up to around 49 to near 50 in some spots. Spring officially arrives at 5:58 tomorrow afternoon, and we'll be bringing it in feeling like spring. Now, we'll talk about Wednesday very briefly here as to what is going on. So tomorrow it's mainly going to be warm. There's going to be all this warm air filtering in from the south, but look back here, there's a cold front lurking back here, and this cold front is going to ultimately move its way across the northeast as we go throughout Tuesday into Thursday into Friday. So this colder air will start to move in with this cold front, but warm air will filter in for Wednesday, and it looks like going down the road it'll actually start to feel like spring. Speaking of down the road, we'll show it to you. It's powered by Brotherhood Property Maintenance. 47 tomorrow, that's the average high. 40 on Thursday, and again, maybe some mixed precipitation going on there. And the temperatures fall down a little bit for Friday, a few snow showers, but look at that, we're warming back up into the 50s for the weekend into early next week. Sports is next, so don't you go away.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first. WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at phonezoneshop.com.
Happy Tuesday, sports fans, and welcome back to WNY News Now. I'm Norm Rodriguez with a look at sports. With the times of the season changing, more softball games have been scheduled in a couple weeks' time for the start of the regular season. One game coming up on April 1st will be a softball conference game between the Salamanca Warriors and the Randolph Cardinals. In non-conference action on April 2nd, the Cassadaga Valley Cougars will take on the Frewsburg Bears. With the MLB regular season starting next week, the New York Yankees picked up a seasoned starting pitcher. On Monday, the Yankees and pitcher Gio Gonzalez agreed to terms on a minor league contract with a guaranteed $3 million should Gonzalez crack the team's roster. Further details of his contract have yet to be released. The two-time All-Star pitcher played for both the Washington Nationals and Milwaukee Brewers last season. Speaking of Yankees, later this afternoon with a 1:05 first pitch, the New York Yankees will take on their division rival Tampa Bay Rays as spring training is nearing its end. The Yanks won their last spring training game 7-4 against the Atlanta Braves on Monday. Meanwhile, Tampa lost their last game 4-2, also on Monday, to the Pittsburgh Pirates. The game will be televised on the Yes Network and can be viewed on the MLB At Bat app. As well as the men's basketball team, the UB Bulls women's basketball team will be playing in the Women's March Madness. On Friday afternoon at 4:30, as the number 10 seed, the Bulls will battle the number 7 seed Rutgers Scarlet Knights in the NCAA Women's Championship presented by Capital One Stores Region. The game will be played at Gamble Pavilion in Storrs, Connecticut. That's it for sports. Justin, back to you.
All right, Norm, thank you very much. Well, we've made connection with our Matt Hummel, who is standing by live for us in Mayville with more on the Wagner trial that was taking place earlier today. Matt, good afternoon to you. What did you learn in court? I hear was a kind of complex morning there.
Good afternoon, Justin. Yes, it definitely was. Well, first off, District Attorney Patrick Swanson called 3 witnesses to the stand this morning. Detective Floyd Kent, who is now an investigator up here in the county, but used to work for Jamestown Police at the time of the shooting. He testified about the two weapons that we previously reported that Waggoner's companion, Kristen Johnson, testified that she took from Waggoner the day of the scene. Judge Foley, during that testimony, ruled that one of the weapons, the .22 caliber revolver, would be allowed to be admitted into evidence. The 38, however, the .38 caliber handgun was ruled inadmissible for evidence. But during testimony, Floyd Kent said that weapon was not fireable. So Judge Foley made a statement that an inference can be made that the .22 caliber handgun was the one used in the incident at 114 Livingston. Later on, two key witnesses of the shooting that day, Daryl Ferraro and Todd Ness, both testified, and there was a lot that happened during that, testifying about what they saw that day. A bunch of cross-examination from Ned Barone. So needless to say, Justin, it was indeed a long morning.
Absolutely. And Matt, we will, of course, continue to follow that story there from Mayville, and you'll have a full report on WNYNewsNow.com early tomorrow morning. Matt, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, well, other news we're following. Purcell Middle School 7th and 8th graders recently learned more about their ancestors through a unique project with library media specialist Becky Loom and Prendergast Library Director Tina Scott. The 3-month project involved a family tree of 4 generations, students, parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents, 2 family interview transcripts written up, and audio recording, and a choice of an element. It'd be either a cookbook, a scrapbook, a photo book, maybe some military research, family stories, ancestry, or a family game, a time capsule, or other artifacts to be included in this project. Now, school officials said students discovered immigration records, World War II documents, and draft cards, and census records that listed their ancestors and where they lived at a certain time. All of these census records, Dakota, also gave a pretty detailed look at their family history. So a really cool, interesting, and hands-on project going on over there at Jamestown Public Schools. I wish we would have done something like that, because I would have been really interested.
Because I don't ever remember doing that when I was in school either.
Yeah,
so like that.
that's. I know we had a time capsule that we put stuff in, but really awesome.
I didn't even do that.
And it was cool that they were able to kind of, branch out of the school a little bit and interact with a really great resource in the community, the Prendergast Library, and Tina Scott, the director over there. So it was nice that she was able to come and talk to them about using tools like Ancestry.com, which kind of makes it a little bit easier to search.
Yeah, especially nowadays.
Oh yeah, the internet is just incredible. So
back in my day, we were still using stone tablets, so that so that made it a lot harder to find things. But
and you had those dinosaurs walking around too, right?
The wealth of the interwebs, people. Speaking of the wealth of the interwebs, why don't we take a look at Links one more time, and I'll show you very quickly the 2 Skywarn Storm Spotter training dates. So if you want to go in person, it's next Monday, the 25th at 7:30 at the hospital. And if you can't make it, don't worry, online spotter training May 2nd. And so in that way you can become Skywarn trained, because we do need more spotters. There's the I almost said Quick Solutions. It's Brotherhood Property Maintenance 7-day, and you can see here temperatures will go back into the 50s by the weekend and early next week.
Awesome, Dakota. Not my 60s, but 50s.
Oh, well, we'll get there. Just hang on.
Today probably is going to feel... I have I'm going on a story, it's kind of a top secret story.
Oh boy.
It's what we call in the media business an embargoed story. So I can't talk about it until we talk about it.
Right.
But anyways, I'm driving a good distance to this story. So I hopefully will have I'll be looking forward to that sunshine this afternoon.
If it'll make you guys feel any better, I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm the only one who... myself and my assignment editor. That's it.
Yeah.
It's all need-to-know basis. Thanks, Dakota.
You're welcome.
That's it for us today. News continues 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com. Have you downloaded that app yet? Because it's kind of important. WNY News Now mobile app for iOS, Android devices. You can pick it up right now on the Apple iTunes Store or the Google Play Store. It's absolutely free. We're giving it to you. Hopefully, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a great day.
See you tomorrow.